What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to another episode of Pour Michigan Reviews. We have some non-Michigan beer, but it's coming from Three Floyds, guys. It's going to be something I have not seen, and this is brand spanking new as of last week. Didn't get a chance to review it because I was actually at a wedding traveling downstate. So we have Three Floyds Crimson Mask, and it's a American wild ale brewed with cherries. So not your typical beer from Three Floyds. I actually don't know much about their sour or wild game. I'm not familiar with it, so I don't know if this was a thing before. They tend to bring like old beers back and try to rebrew them into distribution. Not sure if that's this case here, guys, but on the side, I just noticed this gushing cherry wild ale was brewed with our proprietary mixed yeast culture and fermented and aged in our handmade foeders. So that's pretty cool, actually. That seems pretty in-depth, but leave it to Three Floyds. I'm not surprised, and it has a bottled on date of, let's see, it's so hard to see these sometimes. Okay, so like my last beer I had from them, it just says 2022. It doesn't say the bottled day or anything. Not the day, not the month. It just says the year. So not sure why Three Floyds is transitioning to that. This is now the second beer I've seen. The other one was the massive barley wine, so I didn't care. That shouldn't matter. But this being a sour, I mean, sometimes it does matter. So I don't know. I hope they're not just doing this from now on. So we'll see, guys. Bottling is open. Smoke. I think this was like $12.99 for a 4-pack, and that's how they come, 4-pack bottles. So go into a pour, guys. And let me know, by the way, if you're not following my Instagram, you should be. I did a poll today on doing possibly new merch. I have a friend that's actually working with me on designs and stuff. If you guys want me to continue with that, I will definitely do it. Feedback is appreciated. It'd be Pourmichiganbeer kind of merch, so could be all kinds of things, guys. Let me know if it's a good idea or not. But I'm kind of into it, so I'm gonna try my best. Yeah, look at that beauty. It's actually this like pink salmony, foggy oranginess, if you will. It's kind of a mixture of that, but really, yeah, the color is a reddish salmon, if you will. This being cherries, 8%, by the way, if I didn't say that already, makes sense because we have that color kind of contouring itself in retrospect to cherries. So, no real head to speak of. Little outer ring, a little bit of carbonation, but nothing really. Let's go to a cheers. Before I cheers, aroma. Sorry, guys. Getting ahead of myself. Wow. This smells like a speciation beer from Michigan, man. It is frickin', it smells so acidic. It smells like jammy, puckered mess in your nose in a good way. It smells so sour. And that foeder really flexing. It's got that kind of like yeasty funkiness to it. Yeah, I mean, cherries, it smells a little bit hoppy. It smells acidic. It smells like fresh squeezed lemons, dried cherries and cherry juice, Montmorency cherry concentrate. It smells pretty crazy. It smells like a speciation beer. If you guys have had those, that's what's coming to mind right off the bat. So let's dive in, guys. It is Crimson Mask. Cheers. Fix that camera. Ooh! Man, they really flexed on this one. That's getting back to like old school sours, man. Like this is not your typical Arvon sour where it's just like a smoothie. This is that old school like foeder aged, funky, enamel peeling sour with that just yeasty funk on the back end. That is such a speciation beer, and that is such a compliment, by the way. They're fantastic at doing sours. That's delicious, but very, very sour. It's got this like sweet kind of honey lemon, the maltiness that kind of coats your palate. You really get that puckering sour acidity in the back of your tongue, all the way in the back of your throat. It kind of dries out on the back end, so you get that kind of like jammy cherry Montmorency juice on the front, and then you're left with really like that acidic, puckering sour on the back end, like warhead sour in the back of your throat, with a nice like drying fashion on the back end, like more of that dried cherry, maybe a little like floral honey lemon lime kind of twist on the back end. But again, foeder really flexing on this one because you got that funky yeasty quality. And I just call it the funky foeder. That's just, it's just what it is, and that's how I describe it. I don't know what to say besides like dirty water. It's kind of what it is, but it's not that, guys. It's just a description I'm giving you, intermixed with very good cherry qualities, jammy yet dry on the back end. It's fantastic. It's very good. It's one of the best sours I've probably had in a long time for that old school sour with a fat foeder twist. Man, it reminds me of speciation. Just yells it. Very good. I'm going to rate this probably pretty high, and sours aren't always my favorite, but Danny got me into sours, so I appreciate a good one when I get it. But yeah, that foeder flexes, and that malty quality in the middle. Fantastic stuff. 4.25 out of 5. It gives me like old school vibes of someone who really knows how to do a sour before smoothie sours were a thing, guys. So this is nice homage to old style with an awesome twist from Floyd. So yeah, it's been the Crimson Mask. Guys, it's 4.25 out of 5. Thanks for being here. Let me know about that merch if I should proceed forward. I'm Dan. Catch you on the next review. Cheers.